I went from 30% body fat to 15% body fat over 10 years and maintained it since. And in this video, I'm breaking down over a decade of hard truths about fat loss. Even if your self-control is garbage, your schedule is crazy, and you snack like it's your full-time job, make sure you watch till the end because some of these things are never talked about and will completely change your mentality about losing fat. But first, we have to talk about the dumpster fire that is common fat loss advice. It's not just completely useless, but it's actively screwing you over. And these people profit from your suffering, telling you to cut out carbs, skip meals, and even overhaul your entire lifestyle overnight. The issue here is that these drastic changes get you excited, your dopamine rises, but then it all ends in catastrophe within weeks once you realize that this is unsustainable. Then there's the really awful advice like changing your exercise to burn belly fat over carbs, debating over blood glucose and meal timing, weird detoxes. Does drinking lemon water first thing in the morning really boost my metabolism? Whoa! But here's the real truth. Until you reach the healthy 25% body fat for a woman and 15% for a man, you don't ever have to touch exercise, and you can eat 90% of the time exactly the same as you do now and still lose fat. And so how can we go about getting to this healthy body fat percentage? Well, if weight loss is your priority, by definition, you have to say no to everything else that is not the priority. I often find that people try to juggle work, family, friendships, learning, dating, and then at the very end add fat loss. Look, if you want to see outsized returns in your fat loss, you have to sacrifice a little bit of something. Don't take on new responsibilities, and don't worry what people think about your choices. I want you to become unapologetic. Learn to say no to the activities and beliefs that don't align with your new identity. You will hear things from friends and family like, "Oh, so you think you're better than us now? Look guys, he or she is on a diet. You're getting too obsessive with your eating." Or the classic, "You should just enjoy life a little bit." Set boundaries, because in this life, you quite literally do not have time to live out other people's expectations of who you should be or fall victim to their insecurities. Which segues to our next point. If you want to see real changes, never rebound, and save yourself tons of psychological damage, don't strive for perfection at the beginning. Inevitably, there will be days where you fall off your diet. And as long as you don't have an all or nothing mentality and get back on track without too much harm, you will build self-trust. You want to set reasonable goals. Set an intention you can meet and meet the intention, because setting difficult goals and failing is destroying your self-image. As Dr. Maxwell Maltz explains in his book Psycho-Cybernetics, if the goal is too big, too far away, the goal-seeking mechanism cannot function properly. It becomes like a ship trying to reach a distant port without a compass or direction. Next, skip the dieting BS. Doing belly fat exercises, cutting entire food groups, and drinking detox shakes are all fads to monetize your impatience. And guess what? They don't work. If you want to lose fat, you need to stop chasing shiny objects. As I always preach, I started by removing sugar from my coffee. Remove and replace one piece of junk every month with healthy food until your diet is 80% healthy. And what is healthy, you may ask? I think the answer to this is quite obvious. We all know what we have to do. The fact is, weight loss is simple but challenging. We often eat not because we're hungry, but because something in our environment tells us to eat. Stock your kitchen with foods that are 95% healthy. Keep at most a drawer for junk food. Don't buy junk food in general and use smaller plates to control your portions. Now here's something that most people don't want to accept. Take Hofstadter's law, which states that things always take longer than you expect. Even when you take into account Hofstadter's law, it's going to take you twice. You know what? Actually 3 times longer than you plan to reach your goal. You see, weight loss is not a straight line. It slows down, has ups and downs, plateaus, and exponential results. These plateaus are not optional. They are part of the process. Now, if you're not ready to handle that, then you will quit. And that's exactly why 95% of diets fail. This isn't easy. It will take time. And yes, you're not going to feel motivated every day. If you can't accept this, you can go watch some other YouTuber that will show you weight detox drinks to boost your metabolism. But if you're tired of running headfirst against the wall over and over again, stop focusing on the shiny toys and do the boring fundamentals. As the entrepreneur Alex Hormozi says, the boring stuff is often what you need to do most. There's no quick hacks, just work. Don't know where to start? Press the first link in the description and join our free school group because it will be paid in the future, so join now and keep it free for life. Subscribe to the channel and don't forget to stay savvy with your diet.